But I'm like, okay, I have to figure out my space in it.
I just feel like you're a queen. You shouldn't have to talk to peasants. You're you.
The legal drama surrounding Tony Buzbee, Jay-Z, and Roc Nation is unraveling like a Hollywood thriller, complete with accusations, countersuits, and now even celebrity cameos weighing in on the chaos. This explosive saga, which started with a lawsuit against music moguls Sean Combs and Jay-Z, has spiraled into a messy web of allegations involving bribery, shady investigators, and claims of orchestrated smear campaigns. But how do we get here? And why is the story dominating headlines? Let's break it all down.
And that's the sad part, because whether it's a real lawsuit or something that you're just shooting to see if you can get some money, you can sue anybody for anything. But the sad thing about it is if the person loses their suing, nothing happens.
It all began when Tony Buzbee, the Houston-based lawyer with a reputation for taking on high-profile cases, announced he was representing over 100 people in a series of lawsuits against Sean Combs. These lawsuits, Busby claimed, outlined years of inappropriate behavior and misconduct, with some of the accusations going back decades. Things escalated when an unnamed accuser, referred to as Jane Doe, filed a case alleging that Combs and Jay-Z were involved in an incident that took place during an awards after-party in 2000. The claims were graphic, shocking, and immediately caught the public's attention. But almost as soon as the lawsuit was filed, Jay-Z and his Eagle Deagle team came out swinging, calling the accusations fabricated and accusing Busby of using the legal system as a publicity stunt.
That's life. Everything is life. It happens for you. Everything is for your greatest good.
Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, didn't stop there. He filed his own lawsuit against Busby, accusing the attorney of extortion and claiming the allegations were part of a larger scheme to tarnish his reputation. In a statement that went viral, Jay-Z addressed Busby directly, calling him a desperate ambulance chaser and vowing to fight back. This incident didn't happen, Carter said, adding that his team would prove the claims were baseless. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, echoed this sentiment, accusing Busby of failing to properly vet his client's story before filing the lawsuit. But Busby wasn't backing down. Instead, he doubled down, filing another lawsuit this time against Roc Nation, the entertainment company founded by Jay-Z, as well as attorneys Marcy Croft and the law firm Quinn and Emanuel. This new suit alleged that Roc Nation and its lawyers were using underhanded tactics to derail Busby's cases against Combs and Carter. According to Busby, investigators working on behalf of Roc Nation were approaching his former clients, pretending to be state officials and offering them money to file bogus lawsuits against his firm. Busby claimed to have audio recordings of these encounters and accused Roc Nation of financing a calculated effort to intimidate him and his clients.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it, without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations.
The allegations were sensational. Busby described a scenario where investigators showed up at people's homes, flashing fake badges and claiming to represent the state of Texas. In one instance, a former client of Busby's named Gerardo Garcia said he was approached by two individuals who promised him financial compensation if he agreed to join a class action lawsuit against the Busby law firm. According to Garcia, the investigators turned aggressive when he refused their offer, and he eventually decided to sue them for harassment. Busby's lawsuit paints a picture of a coordinated campaign to undermine his credibility and stop him from pursuing cases against Jay-Z and Combs. They overstepped, got sloppy, and stupidly got caught. Busby said in a fiery statement, vowing to hold everyone involved accountable.
I think, like I said, for me, I was going to ask y'all what your predictions is. For me, if Jay-Z is successful at what he's doing right now, this is going to set a principle for a lot of these type of cases.
What makes this battle even more intriguing is the deep-seated animosity that seems to be brewing between Busby and Jay-Z's camp. Behind the public statements and legal maneuvers, there's a growing narrative of two powerful entities locked in a fight, not just over lawsuits, but over reputations and influence. Sources close to the case have suggested that this feud is as much about control of the public narrative as it is about the courtroom. Jay-Z's position as a cultural icon and Roc Nation's sprawling influence are being challenged by Busby's relentless attacks, and neither side appears willing to back down.
I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names, and you might imagine in situations.
Adding more layers to the drama, reports have surfaced that Busby is working with private investigators to track down any additional evidence of misconduct linked to Roc Nation's alleged tactics. According to leaked documents, Busby's team has been combing through years of dealings involving Roc Nation and its affiliates, looking for patterns of questionable behavior. One particularly juicy lead reportedly involves a former employee of Roc Nation who claims to have witnessed similar efforts to discredit other legal opponents in the past. While these claims remain unverified, they hint at a potentially larger strategy employed by the company to maintain its dominance in the entertainment industry. Meanwhile, some legal experts are weighing in on how this case could set a precedent for how high-profile lawyers and companies handle disputes in the future. This case is unique because it's not just a celebrity feud, it's a battle of legal giants, said a prominent attorney not involved in the case. If Busby's claims are proven true, it could expose a playbook that big companies use to protect their image, and that might cause a ripple effect across industries. On the other hand, critics argue that Busby's aggressive tactics risk undermining his credibility, especially if some of his claims fail to hold up under scrutiny.
Okay, so last hour when we left off, you had asked me, did Tony Buzbee respond to Jay-Z?
Yes.
And he did. So he responded 2 ways.
At the same time, the public discourse surrounding this legal battle is reaching new levels of intensity. Social media has erupted with debates about who is in the right, with fans of Jay-Z defending him staunchly while others are rallying behind Busby, viewing him as a crusader against corporate corruption. Hashtags related to the lawsuits have been trending for weeks, and conspiracy theories are swirling about just how deep the alleged misconduct might go. Some users have even pointed out parallels between this case and other scandals involving powerful figures in the entertainment world, suggesting that this could be the tip of the iceberg. It's no longer just a legal case, it's a cultural moment. Roc Nation, however, dismissed the claims as nonsense. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company called Busby's lawsuit pathetic and accused him of trying to distract from his own legal troubles. This sideshow won't change the ultimate outcome, the statement read. Marcy Croft, one of the lawyers named in Busby's suit, also responded, calling the allegations fantastical and claiming they were part of a desperate attempt to shift attention away from Busby's mounting problems. We look forward to having these false allegations dismissed, Croft said.
Busby said because he's alleging that Jay-Z's team and Jay-Z had private investigators and a bunch of people reaching out to former employees of the firm.
To make matters even more complicated, 2 of Busby's former clients recently filed lawsuits against him, accusing the attorney of fraud and unethical conduct. One of the clients, Matthew Ray Thompson, claims Busby's firm withheld funds he was entitled to after a workplace injury, using the money for their own gain. The other client, Adam Guidry, alleges that Busby misled him during a personal injury case and took an unreasonable cut of his settlement. Both lawsuits have added fuel to the fire, with Roc Nation arguing that they prove Busby is the one with a pattern of misconduct. As if all of this wasn't chaotic enough, Nicki Minaj has now entered the conversation, throwing her support behind Busby and raising questions about Jay-Z's past. In a series of social media posts, Minaj called out Roc Nation and its president, Desiree Perez, accusing the company of protecting powerful men at the expense of victims. Minaj didn't hold back, referencing long-standing rumors about Jay-Z's relationships with younger women and questioning why these allegations haven't been more thoroughly investigated. We want answers, Minaj wrote, adding that the public deserves to know the truth about what really happens behind closed doors in the entertainment industry.
She is, just her name alone just defines greatness, right? You know, like just her.
Minaj's comments have sparked a heated debate online, with fans and critics divided over her decision to weigh in on the controversy. Some have praised her for speaking out, arguing that it's time for powerful figures like Jay-Z to be held accountable. Others, however, have accused Minaj of using the situation to settle her own scores with Roc Nation, pointing to her ongoing feud with Megan Thee Stallion, who is signed to the company. Regardless of her motives, Minaj's involvement has brought even more attention to an already high-profile case. Meanwhile, Jane Doe's allegations against Jay-Z and Combs have faced increased scrutiny in recent weeks. In an interview with a major news outlet, the accuser admitted there were inconsistencies in her story, including details about who was present at the alleged incident and how she left the party. While she stood by her claim that something happened that night, Jay-Z's legal team seized on the inconsistencies as evidence that the case should be dismissed. The timeline, location, and occurrence of events are impossible, Spiro said, arguing that the allegations fall apart under scrutiny.
Busby is saying, I did that not because we want to shake you down, but because you tried to scare my client, so she wants to come out swinging too. She's not backing down.
Despite these setbacks, Busby has made it clear that he's not giving up. In a letter to the court, he accused Jay-Z and his team of using intimidation tactics to discredit his client and silence other potential accusers. He also claimed that Roc Nation's alleged efforts to bribe and threaten his former clients are part of a larger strategy to obstruct justice. This is about more than just one case, Busby wrote. It's about holding powerful people accountable and ensuring that victims have a voice. As the legal battle rages on, the stakes continue to rise. With multiple lawsuits, public accusations, and even celebrities like Minaj weighing in, this story shows no signs of slowing down. For now, both sides are digging in their heels, and it's anyone's guess how this tangled web of allegations and counterclaims will ultimately play out. What do you think? Are these just desperate attempts to distract from the truth? Or is there something deeper at play here? Could this be the beginning of a reckoning for some of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry? Let us know your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more updates.